Okay, so very good afternoon, guys. Let us start with our today's alumni meet. We'll start inviting the placed candidates one by one, and the whole purpose of these alumni meets is to understand the current trend in the industry, what questions are being asked, how many rounds of interviews we will have to face, what is the number of interview calls I can expect after the training? Is the market good enough for a full stack developer with DevOps? Right? How many minutes the interviews goes on and how cross questioning happens. When we are talking about cross questioning, right, in the interview, scenario based questions, project based questions, all of that we will start understanding with okay the interactions. So this is kind of very important. Why? Because many a times what happens, students blindly pick any syllabus and they start studying, right? The syllabus is very vast. Sometimes some YouTuber is telling study this, some trainer is telling study that, right? We cannot blindly pick the concepts and start studying and invest time on that. But when a placed candidate informs these questions are being asked, and when we include that in our syllabus, a surety that the interview calls that you're getting, chances of getting same questions in your interview is very high. Also, we maintain 100% transparency in terms of placed candidate data. Unlike, okay, just taking some fake photos and putting it on Instagram or Facebook, that job will never happen in my academy, right? Every single candidate who gets placed, the mobile numbers are very clearly documented and kept at the reception desk. So right now we are going at an average of 4 to 5 placements in a day. So one day 4 or 5 people getting placed is what we see. And when okay the market is good, even at times 8 to 9 people single day placements also we have seen. Also, please ask this question to placed candidates. Are you alone placed or your friends are also placed? And please ask them which all companies did they get a job, right? Which will give you a clarity what's exactly happening. So I'll invite the first candidate, okay, Ariz Khan, who will be attending offline. Okay, so I will hand over the mic to him and please, yeah, very good afternoon. Please take your time, come on stage. So I want you to go with patience, take your time, explain everything pin to pin, right? The struggle that you had, right? Initial interviews, what went wrong, how you improvised, how you started working, topics that they have to study, starting from core Java till the end. Okay, right?
Good af good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Arish Khan. I am from October batch 2024. Basically, I've started giving interview at starting of the May, and the main challenges I faced that first you have to study core Java from basics. Like you have to study focus mainly on collection framework. Things like the internal working of everything, every collection classes and interfaces, everything you have to go and watch the internal working of hash map, hash set, everything in that. Then you can jump to exception handling and security part. That part and everything you prepare, use that what you have used in your project. Like if someone asks you what is inheritance or any oops concept, you can think about that what is inheritance and where you have used in your project. Everything you have to prepare from now using your means with respect to your project, like what you have used in your project. ऐसे नहीं बोल सकते कि इनहेरिटेंस ये है, पेरेंट क्लास चाइल्ड क्लास, ऐसे बोलना कि हम कहाँ पे यूज किए हैं, हम यहाँ पे ऐसे एक्सटेंड किए हैं ऐसे कि that we have used like that in my project. Then you can jump to the exception and you can mainly follow the industry standards. ऐसे ही नहीं कर सकते कोई यूट्यूब से प्रोजेक्ट देख लिया, ऐसे जो भी इंडस्ट्री लेवल में हो रहा है उसे सर्च करना है, चार्ट जीपीटी वगैरह जो भी करना है वो इंडस्ट्री में क्या चल रहा है वो देख के करना है, ना कि ऐसे ही खुद से मतलब बेसिक प्रोजेक्ट करना है। वो जो भी है वो इंडस्ट्री लेवल का प्रैक्टिस करना है, एक्सेप्शन हैंडलिंग जैसे कि ग्लोबल एक्सेप्शन क्या होता है, रन टाइम, या सॉरी आई एम नॉट ऑडिबल, ये वर्क नहीं कर रहा है शायद। ओके, बेसिकली आपको सब कुछ ग्लोबली मीन्स ग्लोबल एक्सेप्शन जैसे है कि कोई भी रन टाइम एक्सेप्शन, कस्टम एक्सेप्शन जो भी है, आपको वो खुद से मतलब लिखना है, खुद से ही करना है, ना कि यूट्यूब से बस देखते रहना है। और जितना करोगे मतलब एक्सेप्शन हो जाए कि कोई भी सिक्योरिटी जेडब्ल्यूटी एंड ऑल, जेडब्ल्यूटी वगैरह जितना भी सिक्योरिटी एक्सेप्शन, ये सब सब प्रोजेक्ट रिलेटेड ही करना है। और उसके बाद आना है स्प्रिंग बूट। स्प्रिंग बूट एनोटेशन जितना हो सकता है प्रोजेक्ट में जो जो यूज हुआ है वो सब याद करके रखना, कॉपी में एक एनोटेशन ही सिर्फ रख देना। और बाकी फिर जैसे स्प्रिंग बूट हुआ, प्रोजेक्ट करना छोटा, स्प्रिंग बूट जावा मिक्स करके, उसके बाद माइक्रो सर्विसेज पे आना। और माइक्रो सर्विसेज सर करवा रहे हैं, अभी क्लासेस चालू है, शायद 15-20 वीडियो हो गए। वो माइक्रो सर्विसेज भी वैसे ही विथ रेस्पेक्ट टू स्प्रिंग बूट एंड जावा करना है। और जो प्रोजेक्ट सर करवा रहे हैं वो करना विथ चार्ट जीपीटी देख के, जितना ही इंडस्ट्री लेवल तक हो सकता है उतना करना। मतलब इंडस्ट्री में जो चल रहा है अभी, अभी करंट कौन सा जावा फ्रेमवर्क, मतलब फ्रेमवर्क तो स्प्रिंग बूट ही है, कौन सा मतलब कौन सा चल रहा है वो देख के ही करना। मतलब इंडस्ट्री पूछते रहना सीनियर से कि किसी से भी कि क्या चल रहा है अभी, वही हिसाब से करना। माइक्रो सर्विसेज अभी जो भी फिन क्लाइंट या जो भी आपका यूज हो रहा है वो सब यूज करके करना। और क्वेश्चन बेसिकली माइक्रो सर्विसेज के ऊपर ज्यादा आता है आज के टाइम पे। जैसे कि पूछते हैं रेजिलेंस फोर जे, सर्किट ब्रेकर जो भी होता है, कि आपका होल एलएलडी
See,
और
one thing,
ओके।
microservices questions. You please try to recall everything, okay, and explain them what all questions you're getting in microservices.
बेसिकली माइक्रो सर्विसेज, तो सर्विसेज का कैसे आपका आर्किटेक्चर होता है, आर्किटेक्चर के ऊपर बहुत पूछते हैं। जैसे कि आपका कहाँ से फ्लो आता है, कहाँ से जाता है, तो जैसे
I'll
जेडब्ल्यूटी।
keep pausing you in between because so that like everybody they get to understand. So when you say architecture, you're talking about how a call to API gateway happens. From API gateway, then it connects with the
सर्विस
Eureka
रजिस्ट्री।
server. Then from Eureka server, how applications are registered, admin server, Zipkin server, that complete thing they have to be thorough with. So that high level architecture of microservices is the first question. Okay.
बेसिकली एचएलडी जैसे सर बोले कहाँ से कहाँ फ्लो करता है, जैसे कि एपीआई गेटवे में आता है, हम ओनली पढ़े हैं, कोई पढ़ लेते हैं जेडब्ल्यूटी क्या होता है, कि जेडब्ल्यूटी का कोडिंग आता है, पर कहाँ पे यूज होता है ये सब माइक्रो सर्विसेज क्लास में होता है। आजकल नॉर्मल स्प्रिंग बूट कम ही होता है, तो जितना आर्किटेक्चर होता है माइक्रो सर्विस
Huh.
होता है।
So point number two, microservices to build Spring Boot you should know, right? Because we are following Spring Boot, but where will you apply Spring security in microservices? Correct? Okay, how Spring security is applied in microservices and how JWT token is implemented in microservices. Correct? Question number two. Got it? Huh.
देन दे आस्क अबाउट जिपकिन सर्वर, क्या कैसे कैसे टूल यूज किया है आपने। वो ज्यादा ही क्वेश्चन पूछते हैं क्या किए हो। आपको पढ़ाई सब आता है पर आप किए क्या हो। जैसे मैं अगर कुछ कर रहा हूँ ना, तो टूल सबको मेरे को आना चाहिए होता है, क्या कैसे तो जैसे इंटेलिजे है ना, कुछ इंटेलिजी का शॉर्टकट्स पूछ सकते हैं। मतलब कुछ आप एक्सपेक्ट नहीं कर सकते यही पूछेंगे, कि जावा का यही 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 पूछेंगे। आपको प्रिपेयर होना चाहिए, मतलब कुछ भी आ सकता है, कौन सा टूल होता है, अभी एडमिन सर्वर कैसे होता है, कि जिपकिन क्या होता है, कहाँ से रेजिलेंस पोर्ट जो में सर्किट ब्रेकर जो जो भी है कॉन्सेप्ट, कैसे फॉलबैक मैकेनिज्म काम करता है, कैसे कहाँ से फ्लो जाता है। फिर एलएलडी भी पूछ लेते हैं, एक आपका सर्विस है उसका एलएलडी बोलिए, मतलब क्या क्या, जैसे कि रिपोजिटरी से मतलब कंट्रोलर रिपोजिटरी ये वगैरह, जहाँ से जहाँ फ्लो आता है, कैसे एक्सेप्शन हो ऑकर होने से एक्सेप्शन ऑब्जेक्ट को कैसे कौन सा जाता है, ग्लोबल है या फिर कस्टम है, कहाँ से जाता है, वहां पे कौन सा एनोटेशन लगता है, सब ये सब तो बेसिक ही मतलब।
So exception handling in your projects, how it will happen. Low level design, it should start with ER diagrams,
हाँ।
right? Your LLD ER diagrams, how it has been prepared in your project. Then they are going to ask you questions. After that is, the complete technical flow, okay, of your project. Like he's talking about you're calling a controller from there, then what happens, then what happens. So you have to be prepared with that. Admin server, Zipkin server, why did you use that? What is the purpose of that? What were you doing there? How logs were being checked in your project? What is SL4J, right? Plus tools training, correct?
और आजकल
Hmm.
का मेन सबसे ज्यादा जो बोलते हैं वो रेडिस पूछते हैं,
हाँ,
मतलब कैसिंग और
correct.
लॉगिंग।
See, Redis cache, First they will start with hibernate cache. Then after that they will ask what is the difference between hibernate cache and Redis cache. So why should we use Redis cache? What is the purpose of it? Correct. So again, how this integration was done with Redis cache and why we should do it. This we have to be prepared with. So Spring Boot makes it easier. Redis cache integration, Spring Boot will make it easier. That will come under our tools training as per our latest syllabus. Okay.
और debug और logging ये पता होना ही चाहिए.
Debugging important and logs.
check
Okay.
करते हैं.
So how you're analyzing logs, ELK, how you're connecting logs with ELK, how you're analyzing, or any other tool where log analysis is happening. Is this clear? Yes. Okay.
और अगर आपको DevOps आता है, मतलब अगर आप AWS पढ़ लिए हैं, then 15-20 जितना जा सकते हैं पैकेज, वो आप जितना मांगेगा वो देंगे ही देंगे जब AWS पता है तो.
So it's telling combination, just studying backend, right? If you combine AWS, then you can ask the packages what you want. So you should know good amount of services in AWS, plus setting up CI/CD pipeline for which Kubernetes, Dockers, Jenkins, right? SonarQube, writing JUnit test cases. These all, if you're good with that, then definitely you will see a good impact in your interview. Okay.
Unit cases is most. They will ask to write unit cases for sure.
See, he's already working in the company. So he's telling that, see, now unit test cases, JUnit, Mockito, Jacoco, mandatory. You should know how to use this, how unit test cases should be written down. Because many times as a beginner, what they will do, they will tell you start writing unit test cases. Because that will help you to understand the project logic also. Plus, what happens is unit testing, definitely they take it very seriously. Until and unless a certain percentage of your test cases has not passed, okay, you're not eligible for the deployment of the application. Correct. So some companies might go with 90% as a criteria, some company 100%. All your unit test cases has to pass, which means your code is stable and ready to go for deployment. Okay.
सर आपका जो टूल्स एंड ट्रेनिंग्स है वो जो 20 या कितना वीडियोस है वो
नहीं, अभी 40 है.
अभी 40 है. मैं फॉलो अभी नहीं कर रहा हूँ सर. वो जो है वो मेन है, मतलब आपको अगर आ गया, मतलब AWS के साथ ये वगैरह डॉकर और क्यूबरनेटिस और क्या और भी जेनकिंस वगैरह था, ये अगर हो गया तो आपका प्रोफाइल और कॉल्स फ्लो बहुत आएंगे, 5 7 8 10 ऐसे आएंगे.
राइट. एंड resume duplicacy should not be there. Never share your resume with anyone. Whatever resume you have prepared, keep it with you. Help your friend to prepare resume, but don't give your resume and tell him to copy. Calls will reduce. One major reason, resume has to be really unique. Okay. And one more thing, when we do one project, like let's say I'm taking one project on hotel management system, it's not necessary same project we have to put. We can replace that with a different project also. If you just how we did the project, you by yourself can work another 10 days and make another project and replace that. Which I'll tell you in the class. Don't worry about that. Okay.
बेसिकली सैचुरेशन हो जा रहा है, इसलिए कॉल कम रहा है थोड़ा. मतलब रेज्यूमे सैचुरेशन हो जा रहा है ना, एक कंपनी डाल दे रहे हैं, एक प्रोजेक्ट डाल दे रहे हैं, एक रोल्स एंड रिस्पांसिबिलिटी डाल दे रहे हैं, तो कॉल्स थोड़ा कम जा रहा है. ओके.
द कॉल्स will reduce. Okay. So apart from that, Java related thing, did you tell them what all they're asking?
सर मेरे को 3-4 इंटरव्यू दिया हूँ. सिंगलटन जो सिंगलटन होता है उसका कोड लिखने हर वक्त बोले हैं, मतलब जितना इंटरव्यू दिया हूँ वो अभी चल रहा है.
राइट. So singleton design pattern, that is something they're asking. Right. Design pattern, singleton design pattern, all these things. Design patterns itself is one of the concept which we will have to understand, and microservices design pattern is another thing, like Saga design pattern, circuit breaker, what he was talking about, those are all design pattern. Apart from that, what else they have to focus on? What logical questions are they asking in interview? What logical questions are they asking? And what questions on Kafka they are asking? Yes, because just now one student was attending interview and he was also getting Kafka questions. I noticed.
Kafka question is a lot they are asking, but
what they are asking?
Sir, I actually opt out from Kafka.
You did not.
I told that I have opted out from AWS and Kafka. because I was not prepared more about AWS and Kafka. So I told I was not given the work on Kafka. You can also ignore them like that. If something you goes down, you can say I don't work on it. So they will not ask much about that. But if you know everything about Kafka, then only you can tell that, yeah, means mention in your resume that I have done Kafka. By the way, you can write Kafka in resume, but at the time of interview, you can ignore and tell that I don't work. I know something about Kafka. You can just tell the theory, but I am not good on that. So currently I have not worked. Like that, you can frame them. आपको उनको बस घुमाना है, ना कि सब कुछ तो किसी को नहीं पता होता है। आपको उनको घुमाना है, कैसे क्या घुमा के करना है, मतलब आपको उनको उनके माइंड को ऐसे ब्रेन वॉश करना है बेसिकली, जैसे उनको कुछ पता ना चले कि आपको नहीं आता कुछ। ऐसे ही उनको टाइप ऑफ झूठ ही बोलना है, और जितना आता है उतना अच्छे से करना है।
Right. So see, what happens is answer that you don't know, do not give it in interview. Don't tell, I don't know. I never worked on this in my project. 70% right answers given, you're selected. Don't try to give 100% answer, keeping one mobile during your interview, and then you're reading out from the interview using chat GPT. Interviewer will get to know you're copying, right? Offline interviews, you have to go. That's another thing. People get scared to go for offline interview. I don't know why. Offline interviews will be easier. After 5 6 offline interviews, you will automatically become confident about it. Okay, so go for offline interviews and attend all companies interview, which will give you good experience. Okay, right.
So
Now,
there is one of my friend, she is currently working.
huh,
They gave directly write test cases of several methods
huh,
that she doesn't know.
huh,
She has not written that, means developed that API,
huh,
but they gave to write the test cases.
huh,
So basically, test cases are most, means
right,
JUnit plus Mockito.
correct. JUnit is must and should, right? So we are going to next week, people, old students who are interested, next week Thursday or Friday, I'm going to start with JUnit. Okay, Mockito and Jacoco. So interested people, current batch people cannot attend. One who has finished the projects, syllabus, everything, they can start with JUnit and these things. Okay. So there we will talk about all of these things, how to tackle. Don't worry about that. And Redis cache is simple. What he is mentioning.
कैसिंग
हाँ,
सर, रेडी कैसे नहीं अगर
हाँ,
इंटरव्यू का बात कर रहे हैं तो दे विल आस्क अबाउट कैसिंग, यू कैन
हाँ,
इग्नोर दैट।
हाँ,
बट इंडस्ट्री लेवल में कैसिंग थोड़ा काम होता है,
हाँ,
आपको दे सकते हैं ना दे सकते हैं, उतना भी ये नहीं है, पर पूछ
right.
लेते हैं कैसिंग कैसे करते हो,
Yes.
टूल्स क्या है।
Okay. So I hope this helped you interacting with him. Now, see, anyone giving interviews also, not at placed, they're in the final round and things like that. Anybody wants to come offline? Will you come offline?
या प्रवीण, यू कैन कम
Come.
मोर इंटरव्यू एंड
Who?
आई वाज हेल्पिंग
Who? He is it? Come,
से,
please come.
ही इज अ गुड गाय।
Because see, the whole point here is
करंट
we
क्वेश्चंस।
we need to understand the questions. It's not about just telling कि देखो ये place हो गया वो place हो गया. Placement data तो already बाहर reception desk के पास है, right? Let us understand because he's
थैंक यू
currently
गाइस।
giving interview. You please explain them. You already had joined some company earlier. Okay, recently placed. तो आपका placement हो गया already. Okay, so please mention that and explain them the questions.
Okay, so myself Praveen Agrawal and I'm from October batch 2024. So currently company ask in first round mainly core Java. They focus on core Java like what is Java memory model and also Java 8 features. And also they always ask that on which Java version have you worked on. For example, if you tell them that you have work on Java version 17, so they will ask what are the features of Java version 17. And also they will ask common questions like what are exceptions, how have you handled exceptions in your project, and what are Java 8 features, and also the questions related to multi-threading. Multi-threading is also a very important concept they will also always ask. And also nowadays if you don't put AWS, Docker, Kubernetes, so your profile is already will not get shortlisted. So it is must to add AWS services like EC2, S3, RDS. And also you have to add Docker, Kubernetes, Jenkins, CI/CD pipelines, so that you will get more call flow.
And see, one more thing. A lot of people have been talking about AWS and all. But Terraform, are you mentioning or not in the resume?
No, sir, I am not mentioning.
Terraform has to be mentioned because the infrastructure creation with Terraform only we will do it in companies, right? See, when you're putting Dockers, Kubernetes, Jenkins, correct. But whenever you want to create services in AWS, Terraform tool has to be there. I think people are skipping that one. Terraform and Ansible people are skipping. Ansible, even if you leave, it's okay. But Terraform has to be there in your resume, right? But without what he's telling, without AWS, calls will go down.
Without AWS, Kafka, EC2, Docker,
Huh.
and
So
also,
tell them about Java. You know what logical questions are they asking? And let's say you got 10 calls. In 10 calls, can we expect 6 to 7 companies interview questions we can manage? How many companies interview question हम manage कर पाएंगे और कोई इतना tough है कि हम answer नहीं कर पाएंगे out of 10?
we can manage almost 8 questions out of 10
क्या?
according to the syllabus.
हाँ,
We
मतलब
can
अगर
manage.
place student questions we do it, syllabus we do it,
Yeah,
then we'll get from that.
out of 10, 7 to 8 we can expect.
7 to 8 we can
Yes,
expect.
yes,
Some two
easily.
companies are totally something out of
Yes,
box
yes, yes.
that we have to ignore and
Yes,
go.
yes.
So how many calls do we get in a week?
In starting days, I have got 8 to 10 calls,
In a week. Okay. And
and
how many were getting scheduled?
scheduled around 4 5.
Why another 4, 3, 4 were not getting scheduled? What was going wrong?
Maybe the JD, according to JD, our resume not got selected.
Okay. So when we send the resume,
Yeah, we have to
check the
customize.
JD, job description. What are they asking? Slightly modify the resume in accordance
Yeah,
and then send it.
if we customized our resume according to JD, then there will be higher chances of resume selection also.
Right. And how many minutes this technical round goes on?
It depends. Some technical round maybe 30 minutes to 1 hour,
30
20
minutes to
minutes.
1 hour. And are they asking back to back questions? Like cross questioning back to back?
30 to 40 minutes like back-to-back questions and 20 minutes for coding.
Okay. So
Yeah.
coding, when they tell open a notepad and simply
Yeah, Notepad or online compiler.
online compiler,
Yeah.
just do it. So what kind of coding they're asking?
Coding are like related to anagrams, like
Related to?
anagrams.
Okay.
Like we have a list of string,
Huh.
and in this we have to find the group the anagrams and print out
Hmm.
this kind of.
Okay.
And how to check the string is valid or not. This
Right.
kind of. And one or two SQL queries they will surely ask.
What SQL queries are? Joins is, I think,
Yeah,
confirmed.
normally joins and the second highest salary, fifth highest salary. And
Second highest, fifth, that is easy. Sub queries people will use to it. But I think joins is very critical. You should learn that. Without joins, this is like, you can't clear the interview.
And also questions related to Kafka.
What
They will
questions are
ask.
asking on Kafka?
Like first of all, they will ask the flow, how you implemented the Kafka use case. And they will ask, sometimes they will ask
So how did you explain when they asked you, how did you implement Kafka? Did you tell them I firstly installed Kafka in the Linux server, then I took the URL, or you were talking about Kafka installation locally?
I told them that there is a dedicated deployment that takes care of the setup of Kafka. So they will provide us the URL. So for in my case, I have implemented Kafka to send the notification to the end user. For example, I have added the configurations into the application.properties file, and also created the configuration classes and configured the properties of Kafka. And I have created the notification service to send the notification to the Kafka topic, and
Correct.
all the services that listen to the Kafka topic,
Right.
they will listen.
We can also mention Kafka installation on Linux server. Already we had done that in our microservices batch, deploying Kafka on Linux server, and then after that, okay, connecting to that Kafka which is online. Since you put AWS, we could have taken that responsibility. I have done Kafka installation in Linux server. Correct? So that takes simple steps to do it. Any other questions do you have for him? Apart from package, come on, see, we are all interested only in package. You just ask what package you have got, what's your qualification. So with that, what knowledge are you getting? Are we preparing for interviews based on that? Okay, what package you got?
8.5.
So with that package, are you actually looking at the package, or what work he has done to get that package is important? What work he has done, how much he has studied to get that package is important, isn't it? Well, I see moment a student comes, what's your package? What's your qualification? Right? So more thing we should focus in this show is questions. See, so thank you so much. Anything else do you want to add on? सब cover कर लिया? Right. Thank you so much. I hope you got to know trending topic, microservices, Kafka, right? AWS, Kubernetes, Dockers. Without that, no placement. Now I've got one more candidate. Okay, he's giving interview. He's almost in the final round, right? Huh? Placed. So he's already placed, and he was not a part of our list actually. These people, right? But he came to meet me. So I just informed him that share the questions. Yeah, please come here so people can see you. Yeah. So please explain them uh, complete questions.
Yeah. So hi.
Yeah, you can speak a little louder. Huh?
Yeah. So like if I talk about like most of the questions are covered in this current session. So like if I talk about some exceptional questions. So basically design patterns, like if I go for microservices, design patterns are basically very important. But sometimes they will not ask you directly that how did you implement design patterns. So basically they will ask questions like you have to perform a operation between two, three microservices, and suppose like one of the microservice fails. So how will you counter that particular thing? Apart from it, so like circuit breaker design patterns and Saga design patterns, they will also ask you that how they work internally. So basically, most of the questions are focused basically on circuit breaker design pattern itself. Apart from it, they will basically use like when you are trying to make your microservice application. So which means of communication that we use? That is it synchronous or is it asynchronous? If you use asynchronous means of communication, why? And if you use synchronous means of communication, why? So basically, like you should be able to answer that particular question. Apart from that, like SQL basically covers most of the basic part. That you must know SQL, and so like all of them will be basic questions on the basically first round, and most of the time on second rounds it will be totally like your experience oriented questions, like how you tackle your particular application properties and all of the things. And basically if I go for apart from that, so there will be basically like Kafka configuration, and how did you tackle data consistency and duplicate data coming in, all of the things. And so basically these are the major consistency of the question. So like if I'm going to give you a tip, so basically if you're getting more calls, there will be more chance of getting placed. So basically, if you're not getting the calls, so main problem is not the market and all of the things. The main problem is basically your profile, how you've created it and how you are using it. So basically, there should be particular catching keywords you should use. So basically, you can go for ChatGPT for that particular instances, and then you can basically implement it. And so yeah, these are some of the main things that you should keep in mind. And apart from that, basically most of the coding questions are basically from arrays topic. So you must know like arrays is very basic of this coding configuration. So like if I go like some example questions, so basically you would be giving an array, and that you have to like first of all separate all of the duplicate values and then sort it out. So basically there will be also questions like you don't have to use inbuilt method of arrays to sorting the questions. Like you cannot use arrays dot sort method particular thing, and you have to perform like multiple loop operations to configure that problems. So basically like if your coding round goes well, so basically most of the things will go well. So this would be most easiest of me. So yeah. Yeah. So basically, multi-threading is also one of the most important topic. So this is also a practical question. Basically, most of the time it will be asked in second round, like how did you tackle multi-threading and where did you use multi-threading? So like you can just use particular like practical experiences. Apart from it, you can tell that when you have to call a particular substantial value, and you have to give a particular order to that value at that point of time, you are using multi-threading. And so basically, if I talk about questions for multi-threading, so all of the things would be basic, like life cycle of multi-threading, all of it. But some exceptional question would be like difference between runnable and callable. So yeah, like this. You should not expect like most obvious of the question. Basically, most of the questions should be based upon totally on the experience that how did you tackle the particular questions and all of it. So basically, I have not done it, but I took actually it is required. Yeah, but if I talk about my particular case, so I also did some extra projects. At that time, I didn't use, but you must know how to use it and how to configure it properties. So yeah, this would be.
Yeah, any questions do you have? See, again, people are interested. What is your package?
So like I've been placed like 5 6 companies till now. So my lowest package is like 7 LPA and my highest package till now is 10 LPA. So basically, if you talk about package, so getting packages like you can get bigger package easy, but you should know that after getting that particular package, you would be expected that amount of work. So basically, you have to focus on practical skills way more. So this would be.
See, packages, okay, people all are focusing on that. Thank you so much. Anyone else here giving interview, got place, sitting offline today, wants to come here, right? Who is not there in the list? We have one more guy outside. He just came. Let's see. Come. नहीं आ जाओ अंदर आ जाओ. Okay, he's also not in the list. He just came to meet me. I had different names, but we'll learn again from him, understand the interview questions. Okay? So, see, forget about the packages, company. See, this is all something, not the factor here. If you're cross checking, are students really getting placed? Then you can ask these questions. But you have to take benefits from these guys, what questions they are asking. Got it? So please share with them all the questions, everything in detailed manner. Let it happen. It's okay.
सर अभी ना वो अर्जेंट बोल रहे हैं मतलब फॉर्म 16 बोल रहे हैं मेरे यहाँ जो कि मैंने सुना so hi my name is Sandeep Hari and like recently like I got placed in like 3 companies like first one is from like Acolyte Digital and one from like TCS and one from like LTI Mindtree. So like the questions like they asked, they like mainly focused on like core Java, like collection framework. They mostly ask the internal working of hash map and like from like design pattern they mainly focus like which type of design pattern like we are used. Like singleton is there mostly like everyone is just telling that tell the what exactly you have done like singleton design pattern strategy and like
See,
uh,
everybody need not be inside.
and
One
after
person, you
that like
manage
core
that. Let us
Java
manage
they
the
ask
reception
from like
desk.
what are the
Right?
contract between like hash
ए
code and
भैया, ये ना
equals
फेंकने
from
वाला नहीं है ये. हाँ, ये वॉश
and
पे डालना
like
है.
after
ये
asking
मेरे को
from like core
मेरे
Java
कार में
they
रखना है
just
ये. हाँ,
go in like Spring Boot.
ये सब नहीं चाहिए.
Yeah like in Spring Boot
क्या?
like they
हाँ, वो
like
काम का है. वो
what are
सब
the
टूल किट सब बराबर रखना है.
HTTP
हाँ. कौन सा? नहीं, ये वरना का ही है, टूट गया वो. ये स्टोर रूम में रखो, देखिए ये. वो भी बुक स्टोर रूम में डाल दो. बाकी कुछ नहीं है ना? सब क्लियर है नीचे? हाँ. It was on. Go ahead, go ahead. Yeah.
yeah so like after that like they will ask from like Spring Boot that what is the annotation mostly they ask for like annotation like which you are most usually in your project. So and after that like HTTP status code they are asking for like 401 to 00 and like they and after that like they move to like microservices. So this is the main topic like most company will go through like that microservices that what are the architecture design pattern you use like so you have to tell about which you used in recently in your project and after that multi-threading and collection. So I will suggest that just mainly focus on like core Java and like collection framework and like a little bit of like knowledge of like multi-threading. They don't go deeply. And like Spring Boot, they ask most question from Spring Boot, and scenario based question will also ask from like Spring Boot. So that's all the question. And like if you have like front end knowledge also, like Angular or in Angular, so they will also ask from like Angular question also, that how you means integrate your application with like Spring Boot while using Angular. Yeah, that's question they mostly prefer. And related to your project, what you will give the intro, they will mainly focused on some interview. They mainly focused on your intro, that how you implement that in your project. So yeah, that's the all question.
All right. So, guys, we had some people supposed to join online, and I could not connect with any one person also online. Uh, Let me invite Sumit. So, Sumit Kumar is here. So, Sumit, uh, please unmute yourself.
Yeah, hello, sir.
People have to stay connected on mobile, otherwise, you will not be able to uh, listen to Sumit. Okay? So, all of you, please ensure you're connected to mobile number.
Am I audible, sir? Hello.
See, one thing, people, if your skills are not updated to the current market condition, you will not get interview calls. Keep this in mind. Don't skip the syllabus and apply. Okay? Because, see, understand, they are also students like you only. How come they are getting calls? For calls not to come, reason number one, duplicacy of resume. Reason number two, calls are coming, you are unable to get it scheduled because you're not able to convince the HR, right? Reason number three, you have not put any skills related to Dockers, AWS, nothing. Got it? If one fellow is getting 9 calls per week, then why other student is struggling? Think about it. You have done something wrong, that is where things are going wrong, right? Yes? Okay. So let's continue further. Yep, Sumit.
Yeah, am I audible, sir?
Huh.
Okay. So do I have to turn my video on or what?
Your voice is not coming, Sumit.
Uh,
Connect from
that's what
mobile phone or the
I
students. Huh.
kept saying if I'm audible or not.
Now you're audible, but then in between you're again.
Okay. I'm assuming I'm audible properly this
Yes,
time,
yes. Now you're
and
audible. Continue. Huh.
do I have to turn on my video?
Sumit, बात करिए. No problem. We are able to hear you now.
Okay. So hey everyone. I hope you guys are doing well, and sir, also, and I just wanted to say that, three of the guys earlier, they give all those things wanted to mention. So most of the questions are similar only for me also, and the thing which gives you the edge in interview is the tools you are learning from, sir, like those all those DevOps tools. AWS skills is very mandatory. Okay, it's very very important that you should mention AWS skills in your resume, and those Docker, Kubernetes. If you say you know these tools, you are having experience with these. This give you the extra edge. Talking about the core Java and advanced Java part. So while you are saying answers, if you are using ChatGPT or any other tools, or you're getting help from anywhere else, just give a proper answer. They are looking for the keyword. Okay, don't give them any such thing, so that they can drag those things during your interview. Okay, and rest of the things are okay. Communication skill is important. This gives you a very extra edge. Okay, if it is good, then there is most likely chance that you are going to uh, get placed. And another thing is, you have to be confident while you are giving interviews, right? And like, speak frankly with them. They are there to build, for conversation. They're not just taking interviews. So be in the conversation every time. So that gives me the edge every time. And I have not given much interviews. I have given just 5 6, and got response every time. So I just picked the best one, and I got my job. So that would be it from my end. And questions and all, everything was same as the previous guys mentioned. So if anybody is having any questions, can ask in chat, or can say anything.
Questions are all same now, right? He attended some 5 6 interviews, and almost all the company he got the offer. He selected one of the best, and he joined the company, right? So thank you so much, Sumit, for joining us and
Yes, sir.
informing about the questions were all same. Now we have uh,
No,
Akash.
I
Huh,
okay. No, I got placed as a experience. I'm I put 3.5
right.
experience.
Okay, he switched on his camera. Okay, Sumit. So he's Sumit. Okay. So thank you so much, Sumit. Okay, for informing all of these
And
things.
I want to mention one thing. If you are getting placed in some other cities, please do ask your HR for accommodations. They are going to provide. And I got accommodation for 2 weeks.
So
So
can you show
you
your
can ask.
accommodation?
Yeah, yes, sir, definitely.
What company has
So
provided? Okay. So
yeah, they
this
have
is the
provided a business hotel, and it's very good.
okay.
I
So
can
give a
see that.
tour to our candidates. Let's see. Okay, right? So
Yes, sure, sir. That would be the door,
huh,
main door, and then there is a table, and then there are few stuffs, and this that would be my bed. And they are giving food also. All those things are included in it.
right. So that was the accommodation given by the company. So ask
Yeah,
them
you guys,
boldly.
you
That
need
is
to
what he's telling.
ask your HR for accommodation. They will definitely provide, as you are shifting to some other location.
So
So
how many days the support is given by the company, Sumit?
15 days, sir.
15 days they give you support.
Yeah.
Okay, and they directly book the hotel, or it is like you book it and then they reimburse the amount.
No, they booked it for me already. Like, they have paid everything for it.
So they booked it for 15 days. So you should
Yeah.
demand this, right? Try to ask them.
Do-
Max to max, they
Yeah,
might say
don't.
no.
I just want to say, just don't hesitate to ask for accommodation and all. I've never hesitated to asking. I pushed for it. They were saying that you can come and you can look for, you can come earlier. So I said like, why would I come earlier? I'm joining. I'm coming from far away, and you should give accommodation and thing. So I somehow I convinced them, and I got the accommodation for 15 days. It's really nice here.
All right. Thank you for this one more input from his side. Right. So that will help the students. Thank you, Sumit. Okay,
Yeah.
we wish you all the best. God bless you. Bye bye.
Thank you so much, sir. Bye.
Yeah.
Bye, guys.
So now we have one more online candidate, Raven. Please unmute yourself.
Hello. Hi, sir. Good
Yeah,
afternoon.
hi. Very good afternoon. Uh, so let's start with your introduction and please tell us all about the interview questions.
Okay. My name is Raven, and I
See,
have
these are
completed.
all 1 minute. I'll just uh, want to add one point here to our listeners. 95% of the companies students they get placed is only MNC company. And when we select startup companies also nothing less than 200 employees, 150 to 200 employees. So none of our students will go to companies with 10, 15 employees. Okay. It is very, very rare. We always try to avoid that. 150 employees minimum has to be there. Otherwise, okay, big MNC companies. Got it? So answer to the question which company you're asking. In general, I've told about everyone. Is this clear? Yeah, continue. Yeah, please, please.
Okay. Hi, everyone. I got placed in Infrared Technology, and I have completed my graduation in BCom. ऐसे अभी सबसे पहले कोर जावा पे अभी ज़्यादा फोकस करो। लाइक कोर जावा में टॉपिक से ज़्यादा लाइक ओप्स, इनहेरिटेंस, स्ट्रिंग और कलेक्शन। ज़्यादा तो ज़्यादा अभी यही पूछ रहे हैं इंटरव्यू में। डिफरेंस बहुत पूछ रहे हैं। लाइक कलेक्शन में एरे लिस्ट, लिंक लिस्ट और स्ट्रिंग बफर, स्ट्रिंग बिल्डर और मैप, हैश मैप। उसके बाद कोर जावा पे ज्यादा फोकस करो। मतलब 3 4 5 बार रिवीजन करो, उसके बारे में मॉक करो। और उसके वो कंप्लीट होने के बाद स्प्रिंग बोट पे आप एनोटेशन पे ध्यान दो। ये एनोटेशन क्यों यूज कर सकते हो, इसका इंपॉर्टेंस क्या है, और एक्सेप्शन हैंडल कैसे कर सकते हैं प्रोजेक्ट में, वो सब देख लो।
Huh. So let's continue with the questions. Please tell us about all the questions, guys.
ओके सर। जावा में बेसिकली वो पहला पहले यही पूछते हैं ओप्स में के बारे में, उसके बारे में अरे लिस्ट, लिंक लिस्ट, हैश मैप, कलेक्शन के बारे में सब पूछते हैं। और डिफरेंस भी बहुत पूछते हैं। ये इनका डिफरेंस क्या है, यूज कहाँ करते हैं इसके, यूज किस, कौन से में यूज किस में ये यूज करते हैं। और सब कोर जावा पर ज्यादा फोकस करो। और एनोटेशन की थोड़ा ध्यान दो। स्प्रिंग बोर्ड एनोटेशन ज्यादा बहुत है उस पे। या आपके प्रोजेक्ट में कौन से एनोटेशन यूज किए हैं, उसका यूज क्या है, उसके बारे में एक्सेप्शन हैंडलिंग। आजकल वही पूछ रहे ज्यादा इंटरव्यू में।
Okay. So, guys, we had more people in pipeline. Uh, Anand Shukla, Antesham, Akash, Suresh. But I'm going to give a pause here because for today, I think this is enough. What do you say? What do you say? Or do you want me to invite more people? We'll invite. Okay. So the next candidate, thank you, Revan. Okay, we will invite, let's see, Anand Shukla. So Anand Shukla is here. add a pin. And yeah,
Yeah,
Anand,
yeah. Hey,
please tell us about your journey of placements, interview questions, all of these things.
yeah,
We'll stop with Anand. Antesham will connect next week. Okay? And Akash, Suresh will connect next time because it'll become boring. Same questions everybody is telling now. Yes or no? So let's see, Anand, something exclusive you have for our students.
yeah, yeah. Hi, sir. Good afternoon.
Yeah, hi, good afternoon.
Yeah, sir. And yeah, how are you, sir?
I'm fine, Anand. How are you?
Yeah, yeah. I'm fine, sir.
So, Anand, you were online or offline student?
No, sir. I was offline student.
Offline student, is it? Okay, okay, very nice, very nice. Which batch?
I 25th June 2024
Okay, June batch.
June
Okay,
batch.
okay, okay, okay. Right, nice. So,
Yeah.
tell us about your journey. Okay,
Okay. Uh, Sir. First of all, I would like to thank you, sir. Uh, because uh, before joining PSA, I was not able to know about more Java, but uh, after joining PSA, sir, I got more about Java and coding, and I placed before 2 months ago. And the
okay.
yeah, and the interview questions basically, uh, in my case, they asked for Spring Batch and most of the retrieval questions like um,
Anand, we are not able to get the questions that clearly from your side. You need
okay,
to little bit be more proactive and tell us the questions nicely.
yeah, basically, sir, they asked me most of the collection framework questions.
Collection questions.
Yes, like
Okay.
yeah, array list, difference between array list and linked list, and hash map, where we use hash map, and basically they ask Java 8 features, and and
Okay.
and they required Java 17 features basically for nowadays. Hello, am I audible?
Yes, Anand.
Yeah,
Okay. So, guys, Anand, we are not able to hear you properly, right? For some reason. We'll stop the alumni meet here. What do you say? Right? That's enough for this week. Again, next Saturday, we'll invite more candidates. I don't want to drag it and make it boring. Correct, no? Though we have more people in the list, we will connect with them later. Thank you so much, Anand, for joining us and giving your time waiting with patience because many people who came here, it was all of a sudden, right? Some place students just came to interact with me. I started with them, and this was the list actually which I had it, right? So I could not connect with all of them at all. Okay. Anyways, no worries. Next Saturday again we'll try to connect and see. Uh, some other candidates will interact with them. That's it, guys. Bye bye. Take care, and we'll meet up on Monday.